Good morning. Good morning, Jean.
Hey, good morning. How are you?
Good. Good morning, everybody out there. You are on with us with Wake Up with Toastmasters. I am your host, Jennifer Smith, and my co-host, Jean Dunford. And we're running a little bit behind. I feel like I'm actually running. I always try to think about what I would like to talk about. And so I thought of what I've learned the past 2 years as public relations manager. First of all, I want to say that if someone asks you to run a second year, don't. Not that I have not enjoyed it, but you always need to recycle basically new blood into the group and new energy. And by all means, I would not have mind being on the district level or the leadership level, but also it probably would have been a good idea to actually move me to as a support versus the actual title. But I've had fun with it and I don't think I would trade it. But if someone asks you to run twice again for the same position, I think you're missing the opportunity for growth. That's number one. I probably should have been an area director instead of the PRM, so I could go back, go forward, and move on. So that's number one. But number two on that is our Toastmasters community is an amazing community, and they always want to help, and they always want to recognize, and they always want to, how do I want to say it, to participate. So that's a great thing about being a Toastmasters, that we are a community. It's a small community, and I love our community. Let's see, number 3, that when I said that people always will want to help, they do. They jump in and help. And there's a lot of the area directors that we have been looking for and asking. If you've seen on the show, we're like, who wants to be an area director? Who wants to be an area director? Well, I've spoken to my 3 area directors, and they are super excited on being on board. They love the areas that they have, and they have the same mindset that I have. So I'm really excited about being a division director. I'm Division D director, and I am hoping that I can guide and mentor as well the area directors to encourage our members, to grow our members, and to what else? Mentor, grow, and grow the membership as well, because that's definitely a big part, and to have fun. That's the big part. So where did I say people want to help? I wouldn't have another term, and I am surprised at our community. What else do I have to say? Was that a 5-minute speech? Are you saying anything, Gene?
I am going to say something, but I have to get one computer out of the other. For some reason or other, our banner is not going to come up this morning. So
that's so interesting that
I will work on that later. I've been trying to coax an old computer back to life.
Oh,
that's where I stored the banner. So I might have to. Anyway, it's probably time to make new banners for everybody since positions are all.
Yeah.
So,
you do a good job at that.
Oh, well, thank you for saying that.
Yeah, Gene is definitely a trooper for coming on the show 3 days a week, and I think he's going to do 4 days. No, just 3 days.
I don't know. I just do what they tell me. They point at a chair and say, sit. I get in and
sit down, turn on the computer. Right. Well, we appreciate you jumping in and helping, especially, on the meetup group. I send that off to Jean. I'm like, Jean, can you just help? And the website as well when we first started just cleaning up the website, which has been amazing. I forgot to ask Ken if Ken is watching, and I will probably send an email. Ken, make sure everybody has their pictures too, so we can get that up on the website. Hopefully by Friday. If it's not by Friday, then it'll be on Saturday, so that Tammy and I can get that done. So I'm excited to.
Yeah, July 1st, everybody goes up a notch.
Yep, July 1st, and super excited that I have a new position on the district's leadership team. Not that I'm going to go anywhere, because of the fact that, like I said, I do love being part of the PRM. I think Tammy's going to be amazing at it. She's already has some good ideas as an exposure for PRM, and I think with me as a division director, and Anita and Larry and Phyllis, I think the information will be filtered down a little bit more, where the clubs will feel like they're part of a district, and that information will be sent out to everybody one way or another, right?
Right. We have Carol Wayman on Wake Up With Us over here on Facebook. And she said, make sure we mention Lambda Linguist this morning.
You know what, Carol? We will mention Lambda Linguist. And they meet, I think I am, that's in Division D. I think I am actually, I'm going to look just to see if they are in my district. See, and that's one of the, yes, they are. They're in area 4. Yes.
You're her area director.
Division director.
Division director, you're right.
Division. I have a lot of great clubs in my division, so I am super excited. I have Freedom Talkers. I have Library 2.0, Nubian Voices, Sorcerers, Windjammers, Cosmasters, and those are, I think, 2 that Guy Dawson's in. Henderson Toasters, Holistic Toastmasters. I'll drink to that.
Wow.
Vegas Stars, Colorado Rivers.
Make sure you invite me to the Christmas party for the I'll drink to that group.
Well, they have to invite me. Saturday morning Toastmasters, UNLV Toastmasters, Ahead of the Curve, Gen De Voice, and Lambda Linguist. So I'm excited about the clubs. Those are great active clubs, and who are usually involved in things. And that's where I sent out an email out to everyone to they be my area director. I still need one more area director. So Carol, if you're listening, maybe you might want to be an area director. I don't know if you're DTM or on the road to DTM, but you know what, put your hat in for area director. And let's see if we can work some things out. I know that you're in Washington, but maybe we can, just work some things out where if you have to attend a meeting that's not hybrid yet. So anyway, what else is going on? You were going to say something else when we were talking about my tenure of being a public relations manager.
I was going to mention that we still need 3 or 4 area directors, and
yes.
Area directors are the first. When I first became an area director, area governor back then, I had 6 clubs that I was working with, and I was pretty green, and I was in the same club you were in the mornings.
Valley Voices and Vices.
Yeah, Valley Voices and Vices. Yeah, they kind of promoted me along. I'll be the sergeant at arms, be the president. Oh, now you can be a area director. And I thought, wow, that's really cool. So I know you have a lot of support in that club. And,
yes.
And all the clubs support their division. So that's really great for us.
Yes. The big thing about that too, I'm already going to do an installation. I'm doing an installation today for UNLV Toastmasters. And they reached out. So that's cool that they reached out. And, with only my position starting in 2 days, I was kind of leery, but they want somebody to do their installation, I'll do it. So yay me. I don't have a clever installation yet. Malik, I think, did the most clever installation ever, and he did the body parts of it. So I have to find some clever ways of saying it. So hopefully my humor pops out when I'm doing it today. But go ahead.
It's an important job, area director.
Yeah.
Be with your clubs and help them in any way you can. So that's anything comes from Toastmasters International comes through your clubs.
Yeah, and people are afraid that it will take a lot of time, and I think that what you put into it and is the time frame. You can allocate your time of how much time you are going to put in. It's the minimum requirement is to visit your clubs once, right, every 6 months.
Yeah.
So that's the minimum requirement, but who wants to do the minimum? And then also you have to prepare a contest for the contest season.
Right.
And when you're an area director, you have your area, right? Yep. So that's 1 weekend of just getting a mini conference together and 50 people attending your contest, and just find the place, get the food, and encourage your members to participate in the contest.
And the clubs all volunteer food and volunteer raffle prizes and everything for that. So, it's great fun opportunity for everybody.
Yeah, and just get the information out. This is what I need. Boom, spreadsheet, raffle prizes, who's joining. So, and I'm hoping that we can, that I can encourage people to keep it simple and keep it fun. So definitely, I think out of all of the areas that C and D that did the Western theme, I loved it. It was simple, but maybe there was some work that they had to put into it with all of the printed materials that they did, and the skits and kind of their costume. That was fun. That was energetic. That was showing that there is a community out there. So
Phil Dahlheimer was the division director over the clubs I was in, and he liked fishing. So his area contest that he put together was a fishing theme. So he came in as like waders and fishing pole and all of that. So a lot of people were there and they were all dressed in that kind of costume of going fishing. It was a lot of fun.
And that's one of the big things is to bring the fun back into it. I remember I did my area when I competed twice, I think. So I competed in 2020, no, must have been 2019, my first year I competed, and 2020 I competed, and none of them had themes, so which was fine. And then when I went to Tammy's and Rose's their area contest, that was a lot of fun. I was like, what? We could have a theme? We could be not so serious?
A lot of fun.
I like that.
Just remember, get the food there early.
Yes, always get the food there and have coffee. And definitely have coffee. So, and then you were only an area director once in your
division director twice.
And division director twice. And you were just a division director
last term,
like 2 years ago, or a year ago.
Something like that.
Yeah, because I remember you were Division B's division.
Right.
B.
Division B. Yeah.
Yes. So I remember that. I think Malik he was an area director with you.
Right. He was.
Okay. Yeah. It took me a minute to get everybody where they're supposed to be. I didn't know.
Yeah. I had a great group of area directors under me, and they really pitched in. I got sick, and they kind of took off and flew with the ball.
Yeah.
It was great.
Yeah. That's what they're supposed to do, right? Yeah. Yeah. Well, anyway, so what I have learned through also of that, I've also learned some skill sets, and that is working with constant contact and working with Zoom, as we all have learned, and just promoting spell checking definitely is a big thing to have learned. I thought I was always very good about trying to get information out, especially through social media. I learned also how to manage time a little bit. When we first came on board with me, with Carol, I said, I need 48 hours. You can't just ask me the night before and have it put out the second day or the next day, because of the fact that it does take time. And then, of course, then we have everybody to proofread and make sure little tweakings. So, when you are working with a team, then you need to also have everybody look at it and say, hey, this is, make some changes on it. So definitely time management of things. So I think that's all I have learned. I'm not sure if that was any beneficial to you or not, but if you did find it useful, and just drop a comment and share on it. Anything else, Jean? I know it's just kind of winding down a little bit.
Kind of everybody's asleep, I think. I was ready to go back to bed about 10 minutes ago. So.
I was in a deep sleep, and the alarm went off, and usually I'm awake going, I'm getting ready to do this, but nope.
I was sitting here thinking, she's not coming.
Well, I messaged you, by the way. I did say,
something is wrong with my phone. I'm gonna have to trade it in for a new one. It's got some kind of randomness to it that it either won't turn on, won't turn off, or I can't open this or I can't open that. It's just really freakish. May have been that I threw it against the wall one too many times.
Maybe. Well, I don't know how to stretch this on any further today.
Well, what are you looking for in your area for support? Like, who are you going to ask? The presidents or the VPEs, or how are you going to contact them and let them know you want help? Because that's what it takes to get them involved.
Well, my area directors will definitely reach out to them as well. So, and most likely we will be unison to unite. So I remember, I think it was Kristen's year where we had to have the hashtags.
Right.
And so when if you saw my post about, oh my gosh, I have 3 area directors, and I think my hashtag is undivided. So, and with the D capitalized, so right. UN and then D capitalized, divided. So I like that. So we are.
Yeah, I thought that was a lot of fun with all the hashtags, and Malik came up with Be Bolder for
Be Bolder, Be Bold. And I still use that because I was part of that. So in some of my hashtags, I still use Be Bold. So I will probably bring that encouragement back as well, because what I am going to encourage, right, is social media, right. And also be visible. But when you're visible, it is still, when people see you, they will see, oh, look at how visible they are on social media when they see you face to face. So I definitely will want to encourage at least, I was going to say 3, but I'm minimum 10 hashtags.
Yeah.
What are you going to do on, every
Yeah.
other post? It will be a minimum of 10 hashtags. So I do like the undivided, and we will be one, and we will have a growth of unbelievable exponential growth.
Yeah,
And that's where
we're coming to a season of returning back to work, and everybody's moved a little bit past the pandemic state, less fear of catching it.
I don't
And
know about less fear of getting it.
I think so. I don't think it's as bad now. Now you're hardly ever going to the hospital, even if you get COVID.
Well, that is okay. So that is a true statement,
Yeah,
because
yeah,
I just know that a lot of people have gotten it lately.
yeah.
And so it's still kind of leery. I wouldn't mind going back to mask. Sorry, I don't want to be political, but that it's not political. It's definitely healthy because of the fact that of the spread, that it still spreads really, really quickly.
Right. Yeah.
But as you said, not too many people are going to the hospital. So this isn't a commentary, but yeah,
Right.
I mean, it almost put us out of business, right?
I spent 50 days in the hospital with COVID,
Yeah.
so I know firsthand what a rough experience it was.
Yeah, so it almost put us out of business, and we also always have to think about the members. But I am really excited that we are opening up and just saying, let's do business like we should do business, and it's face to face, right?
Yeah, if you know of a venue that will host a Toastmaster club for their meetings, let's share that information.
Oh
I think
yeah,
a lot of clubs are looking for venues.
absolutely, 100%. So we as Valley Voices and Vices, I think we have our venue, which I think it'll be in August that we will be in. I don't think we're going back to the credit union. So
Let me know where it is, because I'd sure like to come back for a meeting at the old home place.
yeah, it's a great club. So, but and it's really interesting that I'm not in the division that any of my home clubs are in, but I get people all day long talking to me, so I'm not afraid.
Yeah, I had when I was in Toastmasters, I was really foolish because I joined every club that was in my area. So
Well, a good thing about that, that's not going to happen with me, because I know my time constraints, and there's not that many speeches I want to give.
I wanted to support my clubs, and it was hard to get them to come together for a meeting of the division, bring them together and all talk about what's going on. So I said, well, I'm just going to join every club.
Or just I will visit, but I definitely will not join. So as much fun as it could be.
A lot of work.
Yes. All right. Well, it is 6:26 and it is time to go. I got some things to do this morning. So on that note, I will see you next week. Hopefully, what? I know as much fun as you guys are having out there just watching us talk, but our audience, and to make this show grow for Toastmasters who are watching this, we would definitely, and that's another thing that I'm going to encourage, is definitely need visitors on Wake Up with Toastmasters. And if anything, if I'm talking about growth and I'm talking about social media, if anything, people need to hear other people's perspective of their Toastmasters journey. That's it. And if you notice, it goes by really, really quick, especially if you're watching it. If you're watching it, most likely you have already been on the show for the most part. If you're watching it just going, I really like what they have to say. We want to hear what you have to say, because you are a Toastmaster and you do have a voice. And that's one of our slogans, right? Where every voice is heard. So come on to Wake Up with Toastmasters. It's not about the leadership. It's about you, the membership. So I am looking forward to this year of 2022, 2023, and I hope you guys are too. So on that note, it is Wednesday. It's time to go. Happy hump day. and hump day, whoop, whoop, and we will see you next week. Bye. I'm gonna end.